What's going on, everyone? So tonight, while I was sitting here working on my daughter's car here, there was a thought that went through my head. And it was kind of when I was cleaning my griddle too. The thought that went through my head though was, common sense ain't so common nowadays. And I think that's pretty evident between Christians and non-believers and about every other denomination I can think of. So the thought that went through my head though is like, is it really common sense ain't common, or is that God isn't common in our households anymore? Which led me to go into scripture a little bit and look for common sense. And Lord brought me to Proverbs 8:14-16 in the NLT. And it states, common sense and success belong to me. Insight and strength are mine. Because of me, kings reign and rulers make just decrees. Rulers lead with my help and nobles make righteous judgment. What does that all mean? Well, right in verse 14, he said, common sense and success belong to me. And I would say that is absolutely true, because when we are walking with the Lord and listening to Him and walking in that obedience, usually the blessings are there and His presence is there. The feeling is totally different on decisions. I can speak from that personally, and what I've seen in other people's lives that I interact with now, and the new friends that I have in the church that I belong to, I see it happening all the time when God's present. I've also been at the other end of that when God, I even in my walk, I start kind of falling out of loop with God and Jesus, and that success ain't there, and you kind of feel stupid because you didn't use your common sense that He gave you. And in the household, He also talks about rulers and nobles, and the rulers lead. The rulers got the common sense, but the nobles have the wisdom, the righteous judgment. And people say, well, I'm not a noble and I'm not a ruler, but I beg to differ. If you have children in your household, single ladies out there, and dads especially, you're the leader of that household. You are the ruler of your household, and you're meant to lead with that common sense that God gave you. You're meant to be praying and interacting with God. Mothers also, everyone should be. But when you're the lead of your household, we need to be walking right with God, because God is the one who gives us the common sense and the wisdom, because it all belongs to Him. So we need to take up that role as ruler and noble in our households and bring up our kids accordingly. Love you guys.